Did you know that every year, hundreds of people around the world die from drinking tea? That's right. Something we think of as soothing and harmless can actually turn deadly. Tea is often seen as the ultimate comfort drink. Warm, calming, and good for your health. But here's the surprising truth. Not all teas are safe. In fact, some can be more dangerous than a loaded gun if consumed the wrong way. Today we're going to uncover the darker side of tea and why certain brews should never be taken lightly. For centuries, people have believed tea is always good for you. Green tea for weight loss, herbal tea for relaxation, detox teas for cleansing. But behind this healthy image, there are hidden dangers. Some teas contain natural toxins, others interact with medications, and a few can even cause fatal poisoning if not prepared properly. Let's start with one that sounds innocent enough: sassafras tea. For generations, people brewed it for colds, fevers, and even as a spring cleanse. It was so popular that sassafras was the original flavoring for root beer. But here's the problem. Sassafras contains a chemical called safrole. Back in the 1960s, researchers discovered that safrole caused liver cancer in lab animals. That was enough for the FDA to ban it as a food additive. The lesson here? Just because something has a long history in folk medicine doesn't mean it's safe once science takes a closer look. Now, pennyroyal tea has an even darker history. Pennyroyal is part of the mint family, and it smells lovely, almost refreshing. People once used it to repel insects, soothe coughs, and even as an old-fashioned method to bring on a late period. But the active compound in pennyroyal, called pelargone, is highly toxic. It can cause liver failure, seizures, and even death. In fact, there are tragic cases of women in the 1990s who drank concentrated pennyroyal tea as a natural remedy and didn't survive. It's a powerful reminder that natural doesn't mean harmless. Nature makes some of the most potent poisons. Comfrey tea is another good example. If you look at old herbal guides, comfrey was called knitbone because people believed it could heal broken bones and wounds. Drinking comfrey tea was thought to ease digestion and calm inflammation, but over time, doctors started noticing liver damage in patients who used it regularly. Scientists later discovered comfrey contains pyrrolizidine alkaloids, compounds that scar and destroy liver tissue. Today, comfrey is banned in many countries, but you can still find it online. That's what makes it so dangerous. The packaging may look like a simple herbal remedy, but what's inside can literally poison your liver. Then there's starfruit tea. Now, starfruit itself looks tropical and exotic, and for healthy people, eating a slice or two isn't usually a problem. But if someone has kidney issues, it's a different story. Starfruit contains neurotoxins that healthy kidneys can filter out. Without that filter, those toxins stay in the body, and that's when things get scary. There are documented hospital cases where kidney patients slipped into confusion, suffered seizures, or even died after drinking starfruit juice or tea. The real danger is that many people don't even know they have kidney problems. So what seems like a fun, healthy fruit drink could actually be deadly. But some of the most chilling teas come from plants that people mistake for something else. Foxglove is one example. Its leaves look similar to comfrey, and there have been cases where people accidentally picked it, brewed it, and drank it as tea. The problem is foxglove contains digoxin, a compound used in prescription heart medicine. Doctors prescribe it in tiny, carefully measured doses, but in raw plant form there's no measuring, just poison. 1 cup of foxglove tea can send your heartbeat spiraling out of control and even cause cardiac arrest. Imagine trying to soothe your stomach with a cup of tea, only to be drinking something as dangerous as a pharmaceutical overdose. Oleander is another one that proves appearances can be deceiving. Oleander is a gorgeous ornamental shrub you'll find in gardens all over the world. The flowers are stunning, pink, white, yellow, but every part of the plant is toxic. People have brewed oleander tea believing it could help with conditions like asthma or diabetes. Instead, they ended up in emergency rooms. Oleander contains powerful cardiac glycosides, the same type of toxins as foxglove, and it doesn't take much to cause nausea, vomiting, irregular heartbeat, and even death. What makes it worse is how easy it is to mistake it for a harmless flower tea. And then we get to one of the deadliest of all, aconite, also known as monk's hood or wolf's bane. This plant has a legendary reputation. It was used in ancient times to poison arrows and spears. Even touching the plant can cause numbness or tingling in your skin. Now, drinking it as tea? That can trigger violent vomiting, paralysis, and fatal heart arrhythmias. There have been real cases where people accidentally brewed aconite tea, mistaking the root for something else like ginger. Tragically, some of those cases ended in death. Aconite really is the queen of poisons, and it shows just how risky it can be to experiment with plants you don't fully understand. One of the most shocking cases happened in the United States, when a woman brewed what she thought was a harmless cup of comfrey tea. But the leaves she gathered were actually foxglove, a plant that looks similar but is far deadlier. Within hours, she collapsed. Foxglove contains digoxin, a powerful heart drug that doctors use in carefully measured doses. In the wrong amount, it doesn't heal, it kills. Her natural remedy ended up shutting down her heart, proving that sometimes a single sip can be as lethal as swallowing poison. And this isn't the only case. In Hong Kong, a series of poisonings were reported after people drank herbal tea accidentally brewed with aconite root. Aconite has been used for centuries in traditional Chinese medicine, but if it's not processed correctly, the raw toxins remain. Victims experience numbness, vomiting, and dangerously irregular heartbeats. In some cases, the poisoning was fatal. Doctors described it as a lethal dose disguised as a health drink. These stories show just how easily a well-intentioned cup of tea can turn into a deadly mistake. What many assume is a harmless herbal brew can, under the wrong circumstances, act like a loaded weapon. So, while many teas are safe and even beneficial, not all leaves and herbs belong in your teacup. Some carry toxins powerful enough to shut down your liver, damage your heart, or even kill you. Tea is not always the harmless, cozy drink we believe it to be. If you found this video eye-opening, you'll definitely want to watch our video. 7 common medications that quietly harm your heart. It reveals how everyday prescriptions can affect your heart in ways most people never expect. Have you ever tried herbal tea that made you feel sick or uneasy? Share your experience in the comments below. We'd love to hear your story. And if you'd like to support the channel, don't forget to browse our merch. We've created some health-inspired designs you might enjoy. You can also tap the Super Thanks button below the video to help us keep bringing you content like this. Stay curious, stay safe, and thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.